This is Beasty from Beasty's Game Corner. A long-awaited video. We are going to give Pokemon Sun and Moon the review it truly deserves. I'm sitting here with Crash Havoc, of course.
What's up? What's up?
And we're going to discuss this topic of Sun and Moon. So, I guess I'll start it off here. Now, I am a Pokemon veteran. I've been playing since I was a child, much like Crash Havoc.
Yeah, I've played every single game.
There are two games I have personally missed, and that is it. I've missed original Gold and Silver, which I'm going to get a lot of flack for it, I know, but I missed it, okay?
Probably the best game.
I jumped in a little bit after that game came out. I only picked up Pokemon Yellow. Found it on the sidewalk. Story for another time. And I also missed Black and White 2. But I did play Black and White 1. But I heard Black and White 2 was significantly better.
Much better.
Yeah.
That was really the game to play.
Yeah, well, it's a shame. So, didn't get to that.
I have it, dude. I'll let you play.
I don't know if I have the patience now. Sun and Moon has really burnt me out on patience.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel you on that.
So, first topic, I'll say my piece, and then I'll let you hop in and
Okay.
see what you got to say about it, Crash. Is Sun and Moon, since we played every other game beforehand, we have a general synopsis we have to put it through. And I don't believe Sun and Moon fits that at all. It's very hand-holdy. Of course, you know, Pokemon is attracting younger people every single day, so I don't blame them. For an older person, I'm 24 myself. I found absolutely no pleasure in having my hand held the whole game. Literally the entire game. I beat the game already. Done everything side mission, everything you possibly could. But I did not like being babied. I've been through this game a million times.
Practically a 20-year veteran.
That's what I'm saying. That's my point. You know, we've been through this way too much. Of course, you got to bring a new crowd into whatever, but there was no homage to the older players.
No, which I feel they started to do with, like, the last few games, and then it just completely threw it away.
Yes, I agree. Because Heart Gold, Soul Silver,
beautiful.
I loved it. I
Absolutely.
never had a chance to play the original, but I loved it. And then they came out with, of course, probably my favorite region besides Kanto. We'll get to that soon. Is Hoenn, and they remade, you know, Ruby and Sapphire, which is fantastic. My favorite was Emerald, but they remade Ruby and Sapphire, and that was. Right now, that still holds as my favorite over Sun and Moon. So.
Oh yeah, by far.
Yeah, but
by far.
So it really a shame that Sun and Moon took this route. They went with a more storyline aspect.
Right, but I mean, even with that, like it's too slow of a build.
Yes, it is. The game is long. Well, no, it's about I would say about the same length as any other game. It just feels very drawn out.
It feels long.
Yeah, it feels very long. I beat the game I think at 26 hours. Most I've beaten around 24. So I guess it was a little bit longer, but there's literally walls upon walls of text, and there's no real story that it doesn't really grab you and make you want to enjoy the story, because Pokemon, it's story based, yes.
It's supposed to be your adventure.
Exactly, and this whole time you're getting the story of these side characters, which happens in the older Pokemon games, of course, but it's all about the side characters. You don't really discover anything about yourself at all. It's a real shame.
It really is, and I don't know, like overall, the game it felt like you were not only on training wheels, but on a train track.
Yeah, exactly. You're being, they give the false form of freedom with the no grid anymore, the no walking grid. They give you a very big false sense of freedom. From what I watched in the trailers before, several months ago in the trailers, it seemed to me even with the demo, it seemed like you pretty much picked where you wanted to go. And you realize a few hours into the game, this is not the case. And it is very disappointing to deal with. So
I mean, I don't even know where to even start with that. Just so many missed promises.
You missed promises, missed opportunities.
It just, I don't know.
And before we get too off track, I want to say something that's on my mind real quick. There are very certain missed opportunities, as I just said, from Pokemon Sun and Moon. Do you remember in every single other game where you went into a volcano and you had to go through like a little gauntlet, a little tunnel dungeon to get to the top of the volcano?
Where you could catch all the cool fire Pokemon?
Exactly. There's a point in Sun and Moon where you reach, I don't remember the exact name of the volcano. That's how much I care about Sun and Moon these days. You go in the volcano and guess what you do? You immediately pop, you go through this door, You're like, oh, a cave, awesome. I'm gonna go through this cave, catch some fire types. You don't see many in the game. So I mean, you're gonna go to this cave, catch fire types, whatever. You immediately pop out in the middle of the mountain. There is a literally gap from about 2-3 stories that you could have walked through, just like any other game. But
it
does.
Feels lazy. It
feels very lazy. It feels very rushed.
I guess one of the things that we talked about earlier today, not on the channel, is that the whole game kind of feels like post-game material. Like, it feels like what should have happened after the main story.
Yes, I agree with you. You're kind of thrown in there, and it's just, I don't know. It was very odd. The way the whole story went. Of course, if you guys played the game, I'm sure you have. If you're listening to this, you'll see what we mean. You kind of just get thrown into it, and you save Lily. It'll take a second to remember her name. You save her, and it just I don't know. I feel like that should have happened so much later. I feel like there was so much more that should have happened before that, because that's like the first cut. You don't even have a Pokemon yet, right?
No, you're just running around.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And okay. So I'm not crazy. All right, that's better.
Honestly, it feels like it was post-game material, and they just scrapped the whole first part of the game.
They very well might have.
They might have.
Because when you look at Sun and Moon, you have 4 islands. Okay? Well, no, excuse me. I think, you have 4 and the Aether Foundation. Well, you beat the game. Right, yeah. Tyler has not beat the game.
I didn't finish it. I got bored. Oh,
I'm
a bad person.
Now, there's nothing wrong with that, because I was very discouraged. So, I don't, I'm not chastising you for that, but I agree with you.
I will
110%.
finish it, but honestly, I'm finding it hard to come back to.
Well, I had the same problem. It took me I usually play the game literally straight through in a day.
Yeah, pretty much.
And this, I had to sit there and stop because I was getting bored. I felt like I was grinding.
Well, halfway through the game, my Pokemon are still in like the low 20s.
Yeah, exactly. And by the time you're at the end of the game, your Pokemon are damn near level 70.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there are so many little details to go over. It's crazy, but it's crazy to think about, because you hit halfway through the game, right around level 40, 45-ish, and that's very foreign, because you feel like, I'm going to the Elite Four.
Yeah.
Which no spoilers, but you should have played the game by now. But I'm spoiling it. I don't even care. They make an Elite Four on you at the end of the game. They make an Elite Four. They did not have them before, and you become the champion, basically. But it's all very underwhelming. It's not like, oh my gosh, they made this Elite Four, and everyone's, oh no. It's a very bland game compared to what they had before. It's a very, very bland game.
More on topic with all the little things to do. No quest log.
Yeah, that's a good point. No quest tracker. There's not.
That was fun to keep track of.
There's not many side quests to do in Sun and Moon.
But there's enough.
Yeah, there's. I would say if I had to ballpark it, I would say in between 10 and 20. Because you have some capture ones, where you capture, you bring it to some person, like, oh, awesome, here's an item, or something. And that's kind of where I'm at with that. Is it's you need something to keep track of that, because I didn't remember. I didn't remember what Pokemon Center out of the friggin' 30 there was, which one to go back to and give this Eevee to this lady so she can give me an item. And that's what killed me about it.
There's just a lot of missed potential.
There really is. I felt like, as we said earlier, I felt like the game was very rushed.
And I think it was rushed because of Pokemon Go.
It's possible. I would really hope that wasn't the case, because that was like a kind of a third-party sign-off to Niantic.
I feel like they thought it was going to be bigger and last longer, and then they just had to scrap that whole bit of content.
On a good note for the character creation, I did enjoy the legendaries. I didn't really enjoy the Ultra Beasts that much, I gotta say. Ultra Beasts were... It just didn't...
phoned in.
Very phoned in, and they don't have a place there. They're literally something from another dimension, but they're Pokemon?
Yes and no. I mean,
that's the whole thing with the Ultra Beasts, is they have weird typing, and they have weird IV sets and EV setups,
but see, what does that say? Like, even now the game creators are kind of, these aren't even Pokemon.
No, that's the whole thing. You look at these things, I don't remember their names because they're so irrelevant to me. But there's one that literally has a gaping mouth, like with 1,000 rows of teeth in it, and it's like, okay, that's a demon. Yeah. End of story. And then you have the 2 bug people the different Sun and Moon each. You have the skinny chick one, and you have the huge buff, like Bumblebee looking guy. And it doesn't. They have no place there. You should have just left them out.
They're honestly more like Digimon.
I could not have said it better myself.
Which hurts me.
It does.
It really hurts me.
But it's a shame because they really have no place at all. They don't have a place there. They're not Pokemon, and they say they're not Pokemon in the game. But you can catch them with a very specific ball. Go figure. But it still doesn't make any sense to me.
I feel like we're losing the magic.
Sun and Moon cleaned the magic right out of my head, dude. I won't even lie. This was the groundbreaking game that took it all out of my head.
The whimsy is gone.
It is, dude. I mean, there's always a wonder and like an excitement when you first buy a Pokemon game. Now, this is the first game I played at launch. Very first one I played at launch. I always played one or 2 years behind.
I always play them at launch.
Yeah, so I was always a little behind, but I was just very underwhelmed. The first hour, I was excited. Oh, new stuff. Yeah, we're doing good. And then
the first hour is all talking.
Yes, it is. Yeah, it really is. In Sun and Moon, there are these things called cutscenes now.
Which really, I mean, is a neat idea, but it doesn't work in Pokemon.
No, it doesn't. There's a simplicity that needs to be done in Pokemon, and that does not apply.
Where are the gyms?
Now, Pokemon for many years...
How are you going to get the games?
For 20 plus years has had a winning formula.
Don't mess with
You run through, what is it, 6, 7 gyms? Is it?
8.
8? Oh, it is 8. Oh, see?
8.
Oh, see, Sun and Moon stuck the gyms right at me. I don't even remember. If there were gyms in Sun and Moon, I would remember that right off the bat. But that's my
point.
point.
Some Pokemon games have had 16.
Oh, yeah, you're good point. Good point.
Those were better games.
And some games, you went back to Kanto.
Yeah.
And we'll get to that in a second, too. So the no gyms, you had a winning formula. You didn't take it. You went to alter it. Great idea to alter it. But even the totem Pokemon battles, the island challenges, as they were called, very mild and very underwhelming. You fight a totem Pokemon who's bigger, like in size, and generally stronger than one of its own kind. Oh no, and then
those fights were more obnoxious than anything.
they were more. They weren't as much of a challenge as they were annoying.
Constantly calling for help, spamming the same move.
Exactly, and every time it knocks one of you guys out, he'll get a boost. Okay, so you're giving me a challenge. That's fine. I'd rather have a gauntlet.
Yeah.
I'd rather battle 6 trainers and then walk back to the Pokemon Center and battle the gym leader, and maybe still die. But the totem Pokemon,
but that's Pokemon.
That is the winning formula. And with the totem Pokemon, it lost a lot of magic because you're fighting a wild Pokemon. Keep in mind that you cannot catch. You cannot throw Pokeballs at this Pokemon.
It just hurts my feelings.
So you're literally dangling an absurdly strong rare Pokemon in front of you every single challenge, and you have nothing to do besides just sit there and knock it out, which you may or may not do. So I'm very disappointed with the no gyms.
Again, great post-game content.
Yeah, exactly.
If we had run through 8 gyms first, I would have loved it.
I 100% agree with you. I 110% agree with you on that. And we'll get to the carrot being dangled in your face for 90% of the game. Kanto.
But we can't go to Kanto.
We can't go to Kanto, and that's the main problem I had with the game. Is I'm saying spoilers. So if you don't like spoilers, turn the video off.
Pants.
You get to a certain point in the game where Lily, with her little bag, this is all after everything happens. She feels the need to get stronger, so she takes a boat to Kanto. Okay, you're thinking it's not insinuated you're not going. You're like, oh snap, she's going to Kanto? Wait, we're going to Kanto?
We're going to Kanto.
And you're all excited. And then it cuts to a cutscene of you, Hal, and Kwee waving goodbye to her on the back of this boat. Well, she's on the back of the boat. And you're on shore, you're not on this boat.
And she's riding off into the sunset, having the adventure that you should have had.
Exactly. She stole the adventure from you. She went back to Kanto. And I don't know where Sun and Moon falls in the timeline. I don't know where it falls. But I'm sure Kanto would be a very different place.
Yeah.
And
it'd be neat to see.
And apparently, you came from Kanto. Your character moved to Alola from Kanto. Your dad still lives in Kanto. Doing what? I don't know.
It would have been cool to see him.
It would have been cool to see. Now, I'm not chalking it up. There might be expansions. There never ever has been. So I don't think that they're going to do an expansion.
But I mean, even if they did, is that something that we're going to have to pay for? And are we okay with that for Pokemon?
And that's what I'm saying too. And the thing is, Pokemon knows we may not like it, but we're gonna do it.
We would buy it.
And they know that. They know how to make their money.
I'm not happy with Pokemon kind of leaning in a DLC direction.
Oh, me either, dude. But so the carrot gets dangled in front of your face, which guess what? Makes you run the whole game. And this is not only an incident where they mentioned Kanto. After this happens, Hao, the little Hawaiian boy, he asked you, "Hey man, how far is Kanto from here?" And you have an option from saying, "Not far" to "very far." Now me, thinking I might go to Kanto still, I put "not very far." And he says, "Oh, that's nice.
We could get there in an afternoon."
Yeah, he says, "That's nice." And he walks off on you. You do your thing or whatever.
Gives you the old cool story, bro.
And literally, there's more than I'm just mentioning, but there is literally several moments in the game.
Well, the fact that blue and red are in the game.
But yeah, you meet blue and red later on the battlefront, you know. And I told you, I was playing the game, and I told Crash over here. I'm like, I haven't met red or blue yet, and I'm almost at the end of the game. I guarantee you, they're gonna be sitting at the battle tower.
Such a letdown.
Oh, excuse me, battle tree.
The tree.
Air quote.
Air quotey quotes.
And guess what happened? I walked up to the battle tree. Who was there to greet me? Red and blue. Go figure. Real surprising. They don't say much. Red just says ... like he always does. Didn't expect anything to come from that, but blue will talk your ear off. And then you can battle one or two of them. Oh
just
yeah.
Like everyone else in the game.
And you know, you're like, of course I'm battle red. You know, I know his Pokemon said, of course I'm battle red. So you do, and you win very easily, and you're very upset because it was very underwhelming.
This guy for 20 years.
Yeah, I've been, where did this guy go for 20 years? He all of a sudden popped up. He's middle-aged now. They say nothing about what happened in the past. Makes me mad.
Yeah, where was he? What's he been doing?
I don't know. And that's what makes me mad.
Wouldn't it have been cool to go find out what he was doing, where he was doing it?
You know, red and blue are in the game, which makes you think of Kanto even further. And you get very disappointed realizing by the end, dangling the carrot in front of the horse to make it run. And you get very disappointed realizing that
it's not coming.
It's not coming, and you're not going to be going. I literally spent
and if you are, you're going to pay for it.
Yeah, I spent literally the whole game thinking, you know what? This game seems short. There's not much going on. There's no way this cartridge is full.